Hey, buongiorno, Alex. How are you today? I know this is a really special day for you and your father. I think this is the anniversary of the day he rode into Verona, to the arena, wearing the Maglia Rosa. And today is the same day that the Maglia Rosa will be decided. Maybe Richard Carapaz from Ecuador will be the winner, but they ride today in Italy into Verona to the same finish with a time trial that your father was so victorious with, I think now 38 years ago. So in a way, it is fitting that I had my first ride on my Portofino today on this anniversary. And so to celebrate that, I wore the pink cap to honor your father. And while we're speaking of Giovanni, I have to say that while I had so many doubts in the beginning and during our conversations about the geometry that he came up with, he is a master at frame design and geometry. I must say that the steeper head tube really puts you over the pedals, makes things feel fast. And the transition from sitting to riding is very easy because of that, and the power over the pedals is excellent. But the most special thing for me today was really the ride feel. I have to say that I've ridden a lot of different bikes, including, steel bikes from the 70s, Colnago, Mazzi, De Rosa, which had a wonderful feel, but in a sense, almost too much flex. And you felt that some of the power you put into the pedals was lost. And then moving up to recent times, riding, high-end carbon bikes, most lately, the De Rosa SK Pininfarina, and there I felt that the stiffness was fine, but the sacrifice was to a certain road feel that I was missing with steel. I think steel really has a certain soul, a kind of special quality. It's resilient and it absorbs the road vibrations, and that comes through really clearly on this bike. I feel like the bike is very solid. It sits down very well, and it just soaks up a lot of road vibrations, which otherwise would go right into my body and make me feel uncomfortable. I rode 30 miles today over rough terrain, hills, some small mountains, and the roads here in New England are not good. And I never had any worries. I felt very, very confident on the bike, very secure, and in the drops, looking down, it was comforting to see the Columbus steel badge on the frame, knowing that this is the best steel around. I think the ride is most special for its smoothness. Even my mechanic noted how smooth the feel is, and it's almost luxurious in a way, without compromising on performance. And I think that has a lot to do with obviously the quality of the steel, the enlarged tubing, but also the very special lug design. And not only does it give a beautiful road feel, but there is something incredibly unique about this lug and tube design with the oversized tubing. And I think some of the stability that I was feeling also comes from the very tightness of the junction here between the head tube and the fork. You can see the clearance is very narrow here, but it gives a very solid feeling up front. And descents were wonderful, and as I said, transitions coming out of the seat were really great as well. It has been such a remarkable experience, I have to say, Alessandro, that when I first inquired about the Battaglin, you were inviting me really into an experience, into the world of Officina, and it has been a real privilege, especially given your father's racing pedigree and his experience. It's an honor really to know that he designed this bike, given my measurements. That's very special. It was also very clear to me that you wanted to make this experience as unique and special to me as possible, and I had specified, a sloping top tube, when the Portofino traditionally comes with a straight level top tube, and I think the effect here is fantastic. And you also obliged me on a special request for my nameplate, which I am very grateful for as well. So I think this is a very sublime bicycle, rides beautifully. I'm very happy with the product, easily the best bike I've ridden. And I want to say mille grazie, Alex, mille grazie for really for the advice you've given me, for the beauty of this product, for the quality of it, but most especially for the friendship that has grown out of it, something I never expected, and I'm very grateful for. Thank you so much. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao.